Let me ask you, did you ever see the movie Chariots of Fire? If not, you need to. It's the true story of legendary British athlete Eric Liddell. He was Britain's star sprinter. He went to compete in the 1924 Olympics and discovered the first race he was to run, the 100 meter, was on Sunday. Without flinching, he decided he would not run in that race. Why? Are you ready for this? Sunday is the Lord's Day, and it had been a consistent habit of his life to honor God by being in worship every Sunday, every Lord's Day, without fail. Every Sunday. So he refused to run. Craig Rochelle wrote, just because he was in Paris to compete in the Olympics didn't justify changing his lifelong commitment. Most normal people today would think that he was more than just weird. They would think that he was foolish for passing up a chance at personal glory and international acclaim. Many in Liddell's own country called him a traitor for his bold and unusual stand. Even the Prince of Wales begged him to change his mind. But this uncommon man made an uncommon stand. He did something weird. In the very next race, the 400 meters, not run on a Sunday, Liddell beat the runner-up by an amazing 15 meters. And he won the Olympic gold and set a new world record in the process. Though he could have done almost anything with his life after this success, Liddell and his family moved back to China to serve as missionaries. Weird? True. But there was what a story and what a great example. Like Eric Liddell, fully devoted followers of Jesus Christ are consistently faithful in corporate worship. Without exception, no excuses, no rationalizations. It's not something they have to do. It's something they love to do and want to do because of their love for God and their love for their brothers and sisters in Christ. Hebrews 10, verse 24 and 25 encourages us and let us consider how to stir one another up to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. Consistent faithfulness in corporate worship characterizes the vast majority of growing Christians. Now, it's not the only trait of growing Christians, but it's an important one. Now, there are people in almost every church family who show up once a month. Some only come when they feel like it. Some who come don't come back. Some come for a while and drop out. Some come, and when they find a better show someplace else, they're gone. Some come to be served, and when they find out that the church is not a country club, they're gone as well. Some move away. Some get mad and leave for whatever reason. Some die. No church ever keeps everyone who came at one time or another. No church does. That's to be expected because we're not working with programmed robots. We're working with frail, fickle, sometimes frustrating humanity like yours truly. Even Jesus didn't keep everyone who came. Now, you won't hear John 6, verses 66 to 68 quoted by any church growth experts, but Jesus told the people what it was going to cost them to follow him, and the whole crowd left. Everybody except for his very closest disciples. Ironically, and quite coincidentally, no baseball team keeps every fan, player, or coach. No restaurant keeps every customer, waiter, or waitress. No financial advisor keeps every client. No doctor keeps every patient. No school keeps every student or teacher. No business keeps every person they've ever done business with, and on the list goes. Now, I just want to challenge you, don't be normal. Be weird. The fact is, each of us, like Eric Liddell, determine our own convictions. No one else can or will do that for us. Our decisions and actions are a direct result of the priorities we establish based on our convictions. My hope and prayer is that you'll make worship every Lord's Day the highest priority of your life, regardless of what anyone else says or does, and you'll pass that legacy on. Now, I know it's not likely, but if you ever get an opportunity to participate in something like the Olympics on a Sunday, hopefully no one will find you in a stadium somewhere. Instead, if they want to find you, they'll have to go to the local house of worship and find you with God's people worshiping Him together. Why? Because instead of following the crowd, you're on fire for God, and worshiping Him on the Lord's Day, on Sunday, is the pattern, priority, and lifelong commitment of your life. I hope that's true. If that seems weird to some, so be it. Psalm 122 verse 1 says, I was glad when they said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. Hope you have a great Sunday evening and a great week in what time lies ahead for you according to the Lord's perfect will.